Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dimas Galih Prayogo, and in this video, I want to explain my last project, classroom management. And this part of project have two parts. Part one is the topic I explain myself three topic, and part two is case study. Okay, part one, explain topic. Number one is teaching tolerance. Teaching tolerance acts as a proactive classroom management strategy, reducing behavioral issues by fostering mutual respect. Number one is setting norms and expectation together. Traditional classroom management often relies on top-down rules. Co-create community agreements like spend the first week collaborating on rules regarding how to handle disagreement, how to listen actively, and how to respect offering opinions. Focus on the positive, frame rules around what to do rather than just what not to do. For example, we lift each other up instead of not teaching. Establish ouch and oops rules. Introduce a protocol where a student can say ouch if someone says something hurtful, and the speaker can say oops to acknowledge the impact, pause, and learn from it. From number one is cultivating identity and representation. Students are less likely to act out when they see themselves reflected in their learning environment. This is often referred to as providing windows, mirror, and sliding glass doors in education. The mirror and the windows is like material reflects and introduce material that show words different from their own teaching to appreciate perspective outside their immediate bubble. And for the mirror is like to reflect identities of your actual students, like racial, cultural, and socioeconomic. Number three from number one topic is modeling and de-escalating with empathy. As the educator, your behavior sets the thermometer for the room. Check your own bias. Be mindful of how you distribute praise, who you call on most frequently, and how you administer discipline. Address microaggressions immediately. A student makes a biased or intolerant comment. Ignoring it sends a message of permission. Address it calmly and educationally. Number four, for topic number one is embracing restorative justice over punitive discipline. Traditional discipline, detention, suspension often alienates students, whereas restorative practice focus on repairing harm and maintaining community. Restorative circle is conflict arise between the students. Use a structured circle format to allow both sides to express how the incident made them feel. Focus on the why Understand that deviant behavior is often a defense mechanism or symptoms of unmet needs. Okay, now topic number 2 is helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. Student anger, frustration, and aggression can be one of the most challenging and stressful experience for an educator. In modern classroom management is moving from reaction like punishing that behavior after it happened to regulation to helping the student manage the emotion before, during, and after the spike. Okay, the number 1 is the escalation strategies. In the moment when a student in a state of high anger or aggression, their brain is fight or flight mode. They cannot process logic or lecturers at this stage. Your goal is survival and safety, not teaching a lesson. Lower your volume and pitch. Rage is often met with rage. Counteract their high energy by speaking slowly, quietly, and in a natural tone. This is called CO regulation. Using your calm to anchor the storm. Give physical space. Do not corner, trap, or loom over an angry student. Back up. Stand at an angle rather than face to face, and keep your hands visible. Use to acknowledge and validate technique. Diffuse the defensive by naming the emotion without judging it. Provide an escape hatch or choice. Give them a way to save face and exit the high stress situation. Proactive management. Frustration often builds up like steam in kettle. Good classroom management catches the steam before the whistle blows. Stabilize is a quiet, comfortable space in the room with sensory tools like breathing cards, drawing pads, something like that, and crucially frames this never as a punishment, but as a research for self-regulation. Teach emotionally vocabulary. Some students resort to physical aggression because they lack the words to say. I'm overwhelmed by this math worksheet. Teach them press to advocate for themselves before they snap. Watch for trigger. Not when the behavior usually occurs. Is it during transition, when reading aloud, when working in groups? Anticipating this moment allows you to scaffold support beforehand. 3. Long-term preventive management through behavior modification happen when the student is completely calm, usually hours or days after an incident. Identify triggers is like which student to trace exactly what sparked the outburst. Co-create a behavior plan. Collaborate with student parents, schools, counselors to form a personal coping roadmap. Assign leadership roles. Disarms attention-seeking behavior by providing the student with positive classroom responsibilities, such as running touch setup or leading specific tasks. Number 3 topic is disruptive behavior. Is elevating your response too quickly as can accidentally reward the student with fear, attention, or escalate a minor issue into a major. Proximity control, the nonverbal cue, the invisible choice and praise the positive neighbor. Root cause and target solution. Students do not disrupt without a reason. Identifying the underlying driver allows you to select an intervention that actually works. One attention seeking behavior, the student wants validation from you. Plain ignoring, completely ignore minor like pencil tapping or humming to behavior of attention. Strategic phrase. Catch them being good early in the period. Praise them immediately before they have chance to misbehave. Escape or avoidance. The student disrupt to get kicked out of class and or avoid a text they find too difficult or boring. Break down the stacks and escape valve. Power and control. The student challenge your authority to feel powerful or safest in front of their peers. Avoid the trap. Never argue back. State and walk. State the expectation come once. Walk away to give them time to complete without an audience. Part 2. Case study. The problem is Mr. Johnson is a grade 5 grade teacher who has been teaching for over 10 years. Student named Alex frequently display aggressive behavior. Alex often interrupts lessons, talk to back to the teacher, and sometimes even become physically aggressive towards his classmates. Miss Johnson has tried various strategies to manage Alex's behavior, like setting clear rules and consequence, positive reinforce for good behavior, and speaking with Alex privately to understand the root of his aggression. However, despite her efforts, Alex's behavior has not improved significantly. So number one, what classroom management techniques can Miss Johnson can implement to address Alex's aggressive behavior, and provide at least 3 specific strategies and explain how each one could help improve the situation. In this case study, we use a strategy from or technique classroom management from the BSI slide, so it's like the power of what the meeting you choose. Okay. From my POV students, Alex have many problems with other students and teacher also. So from meeting 11 material, Alex in that category is helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. The strategy I prefer is give him space. It's like told other students to don't do anything like answer or something like that from Alex's mouth, or he want to talk, don't give him a space. Like give him space to talk with others, but this other student don't answer it. Number 2 is identify the problem. What Alex's problem from his home or from the school that should help Miss Johnson to calm Alex in the classroom. 3 is give him a proof. Like if he gets high score from daily SI and exam like test, give him a little bit appreciated. Number 2 is Mr. Smith is 7th grade math teacher. Notice that several students in his class frequently engage in off-text behavior during lessons. These students daydream, chat with classmates, or use their phones instead of focusing on their work. Mr. Smith attempts to redirect their attention and provide engaging activity. The problem persists. This off-text behavior is disrupting the learning environment and affecting the overall performance of the class. The question is, what strategies can Mr. Smith use to increase on-text behavior and decrease off-text behavior? Provide at least 3 specific strategies and explain how each one could help address the issue. Mr. Smith is preferred to choose from meeting 12 to dealing with several students we didn't want learn from his material math lessons. Is the meeting 12 I choose the dealing with several students, so the who is like the students. Okay, number 1 is the strategies. Implement proximity control and strategic settings to managing the classroom from the whiteboard or his desk. Mr. Smith can use control and physically moving toward the off-text students to his lesson. Establish tech parking lot routine. Cell phones is like dopamine magnets. Trying to compete with them using just a judging math problem is losing battle. Mr. Smith needs predictable, like non-punitive system for device management. Use high response agent strategy like choral and action response. Daydreaming and chatting often happen during passive learning windows. Example, when the teacher is lecturing for more than 10 minutes, Mr. Smith can shift his instruction to require frequent lost text response from all students, not just the ones who raise their hands. Number 3 problem is Mr. Brown is 8th grade English teacher facing challenge with a student named Jack. Jack frequently disruptive behavior in class, such as talking out of turn, making inappropriate comments, and distract other students. Mr. Brown's attempts to manage the behavior through verbal warning, setting change. Jack's behavior has not improved. This behavior is affecting the learning environment and making it difficult for other students to concentrate on their work. Same like two number before, so let's check the answer. Mr. Brown should choose strategies from meeting 13 is dealing with disruptive behavior. The strategies it should use is establish a behavior contract with self-monitoring component. Mr. Brown constantly policing Jack's behavior. Mr. Brown should meet the Jack privately to create a simple agreement that define one or two specific, like raising my hand and waiting to be called on before speaking, rather than vague, be good. Identify the root function and provide an alternative outlet. This is a form of communication. Jack is likely seeking one of two things: attention or escape. Mr. Brown should observe when his behavior occurs. If it happened during independent readings, he might be struggling with the material and using disruption to avoid looking incapable. If it happened during direct instruction, he might be seeking peer validation. And for last is implement, notice, and redirect. It's like verbal warning in front of the whole class can sometimes backfire by inadvertently rewarding the student with the attention they crave by triggering a defensive, confrontational reaction. Mr. Brown can transition to low-profile nonverbal cues to address minor disruption before they escalate.